Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn to Revenge 3.4 preview playthrough as the Hutt Cartels. In the last episode, we set out with our Dorbula for the first time, and technically, we let them live on Thanos. There was a few casualties among our smaller ships, but I think we're actually going to take Thanos. I'm just going to move all that stuff in, and we're gonna try to wipe that out. Because I want to take a quick look at some of the galactic setup here. Because we're not, like, super powerful, but we're sitting at 6%, which is what basically everyone except for Ariadu and the Empire and New Republic are at. Like, Ariadu's a little bit above us, but everyone else is, like, kind of 6% for the PA. Valdrude's 7, Hapes is 5, Zinj is 5. CSA, what's CSA? That was 6. So, like, for all the people that we're kind of competing against directly in here, we're probably going to be okay with, especially because they're all a little bit broken up now and we're not so broken up. But let's get into Thanos, and we'll take it properly. So this is also the first recording session after the beta phase has started for Fall of the Republic. So people will be able to experience some Hutts for themselves right now. That's all being run out of our Discord. But I have also finished the setup or mostly finished the setup for the community challenge playthrough, where everyone was able to submit ships, and I'm only able to use the submitted ships for that playthrough. It's a from the ground up setup, and using a special roster and ships that were submitted by the community. So that's going to be starting Friday. So a lot of fun stuff happening. And that's probably, like, I've when setting up for that campaign, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to lose it. I don't know that, like, I'm using the Imperial from the ground up map. I don't know that I have the raw combat power to win on it, so we'll see. Alright, so we wiped out the majority of their force and their biggest defenses here last episode, so it's kind of just coming back in. I was going to leave them alive, but I want their territory. I want to have the planets. I don't want to overextend, but I want to take their planets. So I think what I'm going to do with this next set, I think we're going to send some smugglers to Sereno. So you're going to go up to Sereno, and we're going to get this army ready, which should hopefully be enough to take out what they have on Thanos. Because what we're going to want to build up, other than that, is let's get some Super Hull 2 skiffs. We'll get some Desert 20 sail skiffs, and I just want a couple more of the heavies. Because we don't have anything super heavy right now. There is going to be eventually the Katana and another Ubrikian heavy thing, but those are probably not going to be ready for 0.4. They're definitely not ready for me right now, so I don't get to use them. But no, the beta entry is still open. It's just the requirement is level 5 on the Discord, which basically just means, like, baseline activity. So, because we want to have the pool fairly wide, but we don't want it to just be like a full release where people are coming into a very much work in progress beta, joining the Discord, downloading the mod, making it harder on us to administrate because we have to deal with all the tech support of people trying to get GitHub set up when most of them aren't actually going to test. Because again, the point of it is actually getting that feedback while keeping the overhead. Like, we want as broad feedback as possible while keeping the overhead as minimal as possible. That's kind of the goal with the betas.
Your coin is good. We're ready to fight.
So we'll see how that ends up going. Because I also want to do a playthrough of the new Stargate Pegasus Chronicles stuff, but I don't know if that's just going to be streamed and I'll do a separate video for it. But okay, that's good. Ooh, you are an unknown quantity there. Here, I want one of you back there. I don't actually want all of you back there.
Your credits are good. Let's hope your orders are too.
Alright, back up and deploy. That's good. Let's get you, and let's get some missile pods on them. That's a lot of stuff coming in from there. So we're probably gonna have to ditch this landing zone. Can you guys just fly out there? And I'm going to land some little huts to... like that. Now we'll see how much damage those do. Because that should get a good chunk of these units. I don't like that the artillery ended up being the sacrificial lamb there, but I really wanted to get that juggernaut, so. No, don't stand on those. There you go. Now, get another of those. Need some AA capabilities over here. But let's just focus on getting into the base.
Base is under attack. Unit destroyed.
Those INTs are really doing damage over here because I really needed those flak. The flak pods that I put up north would have been more helpful down south. Get that, and infantry. Because you guys should be fine at this. There you go. And bring out more of the infantry. If they've got more coming in, then you guys don't need to be so far up.
Unit destroyed.
I was hoping we're going to be done with the juggernauts. Alright. Stay far enough back that you can just take some pot shots at them. And everyone's taking cover that can, that's good. There we go. Starting to get our walkers in. Alright.
Heading to coordinates. New coordinates. Let's move out.
Alright, we did manage to hold on over here. I lost a few of those. But let's drop that, and let's see if we can kill this before another juggernaut comes up. I think there's one more. Nope, it's all actually done. All the juggernauts are out of there.
Pirate skip here. Moving into position.
We just need to hold on the hill here, I think. And we'll be able to take out what's left in the base. Just in a nice little semicircle.
Moving to target. Target now. Right.
Alright, and you stay back there. Deploy. Get him. Get him. How much do they actually have on that landing zone? So I'll probably want to queue up another of the...
Choose your reinforcements.
what are they called?
Your orders.
Another of the MALs? 'Cause that was supposed to be our second one for this army, because I want 2. Or 3. I want a bunch of them. There we go. No changes have been made in this build from when we started. I did add another Karabos patron, because I had missed one of them, which is a standalone build that I have. So I'll be able to build this one directly. Because one of the downsides of the plugin that I made to handle all the patron units is because it's so Lua based, I can't really easily add stuff after the game has started. But did add that. But as far as like actual game mechanics go, no,
On the way.
it's all as it was. All right, 238. This is probably gonna pop it up to 58, 64, 70. So 270 is gonna be good for that. This is 33 plus 202. So we're getting close to having 2 pretty full fleets. And we'll be able to make a move on potentially Ryloth at some point. Because we've got this border of 2 New Republic planets, so that's only going to build up so much. And it's kind of the same in the north, where we have 2 New Republic planets there. So they'd make good potential targets for us, because that doesn't really open us up to much more. Like, it's 1 Imperial planet, then there's 2 Independents. So we'll at least have that warning. If we can take Ryloth, that leaves this open for attacks from them. But if we can take Cawless and we get the notification that they're attacking Gamorre, we can move back faster than they can move in, or we can just cut them off at Ryloth. Because, like, if we can get both of those, if we can even get Druckenwell, then this is a nice little enclave for us, because it only backs out onto Abrikia, and then we can just move up to even Svyvrin. That might actually be a good move for us. Steambot is asking, are the Hutts going to get a Dreadnought? So they have the battlecruiser-sized Dorbulla, which we've been using, and they also have the Darksaber, which is battlecruiser-sized as well, and has a super laser. So they have a good amount of heavy access. It's not a true SSD, per se, but sometimes you don't need that much storage. You don't need it to write as fast, so having an SSD isn't, like, super necessary. It's a bit more expensive than getting just a regular HDD, so it's kind of just a decision you have to make for all your own storage needs. Okay, so that, I am building 2 MAL, so that'll actually be fine, and we'll have 1 army off of that. Kashyyyk is interesting. Okay, well, you're gonna go in. We need, what, 3 more or 2 more smugglers on there. So that's gonna be 1 more smuggler. We don't have the extra 11 credits we need. So get on in there. I don't think there's anyone that we're putting in a Dorbulla, no. There are a few heroes that have upgradable flagships for as you go throughout the military or remilitarization path. So even though they have a lot of minstrels right now, in the future that's something that they'll be able to have fewer of. And there's some new ships like the Tempest coming in. That'll be Mika's flagship until Mika can get turned into a nice little Jedi Hutt for us. And that's like more mid-range, but we've got more options for them. I won't have all the options for them in this playthrough, but I have to suffer so that you guys can have the fun stuff later. The mod isn't balanced in such a way that, like, the way to beat big stuff is that you need other big stuff. So it's generally not a huge issue. Like, the Empire of the Hand is never going to get a true Superstar Destroyer. They're not intended to have it. They're not going to get it. Like, they're not... The Intigo is, I think, a little bit weaker than the Dorbulla overall stat-wise. I'm not 100% sure. But it's not generally how things are planned or expected to be.
On my way.
Like, carriers are much more efficient for beating SSDs in the first place. And you can probably actually beat an SSD with equal pop and Lancers. Probably like 3/4 pop and Lancers. Trident brought that up once. I am gonna do a video on that. I think it'll be funny. But... Okay, so those are all built. I actually do want another Podwalker or 2, and that's a pretty decent army for us. So I do want to build a second one. So we're gonna start off with a bunch of infantry for that. I should actually do that here rather than Nar Shaddaa because we have vehicle production over there. So let's get a Bantha 2, personnel skiff, and 2 super hulls. And I suppose off of that, that's kind of what this is going to be for. So I should get them away.
Construction complete.
I can leave them on here. Or, you know what, you are just going to go be our southern force for now. We can move the other ones north, because we're going to be building these defenses a bit longer before we actually move out. And do I have Bimasari Trade Port? I do not. Okay. So that's going to be one. No, that's both smugglers. So that's going to be maxed out on Sereno. Whiskey's asking, will it be possible to go down but both the scum and villainy as well as the government or the rearmament path through the Hutts, or do you have to choose one? No, you can do both simultaneously. They are not mutually exclusive. All the stuff in both you are intended to get. So how are we actually looking on that? Full mobilization right now. The scaling on this has been changed, so that's not going to be that fast. Thank you, Chicken Teriyaki, for subscribing. Very appreciated. And Scum and Villainy, we're at 75 out of 100. So we're closing in on the Dark Saber. All right. I really want to deal with this fleet. I don't know what they have. I'm probably going to put in the probe droid or the spies for us when the next stream happens, because they are supposed to have like traditional deploy and see the whole planet setups, and I just don't have access to that because they weren't coded yet, which does make things a little bit trickier. Let's get you guys all up over there. You're still all building.
Right away. Reporting.
So I think the next thing to do is let's go with Klaatuine, and we're gonna get
Constructing unit.
5 smugglers there. Can get some pirate heroes. I think we'll do one of them just in case the pool gets too limited. And I'm actually gonna move you away. So Honegger, we're pretty good on infrastructure actually as well. That goes up there. And I think these guys are gonna be closed down there first. All right, which one are you? We got Hilma Kim with an MC-80 Liberty Bloodthirsty. And some other escorts for her. So you are going to go into this fleet, I think, because that'll put us right at 100. Or 300, rather. And let's get more. Mon Mothma has been defeated. We'll get the mid-tier, or heavy tier.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Who we gonna get?
Navigating to coordinates. Reporting.
Okay, and you are definitively our northern fleet now.
Right
So
away.
who do we got? We have Zandane, and a Marauder cruiser, Sweet Victory, with some extra escorts as well. You're going down south.
Advancing.
And I think we are going to decide where to send this set of smugglers. So
Reporting.
I think it makes sense to send them down to Sullust. Yeah, Sullust. Sullust or Duro? I think Duro, and then we'll get the other 3 for Corellia that we wanted. So Thanos,
Constructing unit.
gonna do that. You know what? I'm not gonna do that there.
Building started. Constructing unit.
We'll just get them ready, and you're going to Sullust. No, Duro.
Destination acknowledged.
Duro makes sense. Like, the thing that makes me not want to do Duro is because it's surrounded by Imperials right now. So if anyone's gonna change hands, it's probably Duro. But, yeah. No, you only get one of the heroes from the pirate pool on each level. You can't keep buying new ones. You get what you get. Let's do 2 heavy factories there. And I want to get another ship or 2. I want to actually... We have enough money for a Carabos. Although, I could use your discount. You guys are not space heroes. So I'm going to move you away for the moment. And we should still have enough for all 3. There we go. And how many pop is that? That's 19. We're also going to have those extra 2. So let's get this extra... Well, are there any? No. Okay, so we're going to get Spirit of Himeko. And I think it is the south that we move out on now. Yeah. I'd kind of like another Dorbula, which will cost 15.3 with her bonus. Okay, let's go to Ryloth, or rather to Cawless, and see what we find. In you go.
Moving to coordinates.
Will it be possible to buy potential ground heroes later on in time / ground units not normally in the roster via land version of the pirate base? No, I mean, there's bounty hunters and some ground pirates already, I think, but it's not going to be like a separate set of units that you're able to just add to their roster randomly. Like, there are some other Hutt ground heroes and that kind of thing, but there's not going to be like a separate pool of stuff like that.
Choose your reinforcements.
You're hitting the Cossack with that. That's not necessarily a good idea. Well, let's go a little bit further back here. And Gladiator's Finale. What's the best command bonus here? You're tier 3. I think one of you tiers 2, tier 3 in aggressive, tier 2. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna put you all in anyways, but
Acknowledged.
we get Featherfur and Slurms Mackenzie. We get Gobarge, or Goobarge, not Gobarge. Spacious Slug Supremacy.
Frigate moving out.
Bone Minstrel, Scum and Villainy. Answer the Hutt. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of fighters, so bigger fish can come in. Iron Hand Naval, Valley of Pearl, or plenty. Crimeful. I don't know why I can't read. Used to be an Eoth ship, you know. Caustic Frigate, regular Caustic Frigate, and a Carrega. People always just get weird about it when I call it Eoth.
Engines active.
EOTH.
Engaging enemy.
Fighters at
The
point
lasers
06.
are our target.
Incoming.
Weapons online. Fire.
Alright, let's see.
Repeat.
Enemies incoming.
That AI bug is definitely unfortunate for this playthrough. It has been fixed in the more updated builds. We saw it in the single stream campaign as well, but it is something that is fixed by the time you guys are playing. Okay, don't go too far up because I think you're probably going to be the next target for the hypervelocity, or for the ion cannon, not hypervelocity gun, the New Republic. So I think what we want to try to do is kill Kier, or did they hit? No one broke the text. Or Vermasa, Vunmasa, not Kier Ventai.
Frequency open.
I think that was also fixed though, actually. What's the Hutt ring ship? So this is the Voracious Carrier. You can see it in some comics.
Got them in my sights.
It's an old one.
Roger
Locking
that.
on.
Not quite Revenge old, but I don't think. At least 100 years, or a couple hundred years before Phantom Menace times.
Excellent shot.
Alright. need to check the rigs on some of the enemy fighters, because I don't think it's sheer amount there that are causing some of the lag in these battles. So we don't have as many fighters as we had in the prior one. Okay, that. I think you guys are probably good too. So you can send this little grouping to take out the assault frigate. Well, Hoxham's asking how much digging into lore did it take to find all these Hutt ships and unit designs, or some of them obscure? Did all of them have prior illustrations they use for models? So not all of them are official. There are a lot of official designs and official names. So there's some stuff that has design but no name, some stuff that has name but no design, some stuff that has like a bit of backstory but no design. So there are a lot of official Hutt ship types and a good chunk of official Hutt ship art, and they usually fit into a few categories of aesthetic designs. So that makes it fairly easy to design them compared to other ships. Like it's fairly consistent. So there's like the Essential Guide to Warfare image that has a good chunk of them. There's like 5 or 6 in that image. There's also a High Republic comic thing that has a few designs without identifying names. So the Essential Guide to Warfare ones have names and designs that are, if not explicitly linked for each one, they're like easy to kind of figure out what's what. But yeah, so the High Republic designs we used and attached some of the names to, because they were good background ship designs clearly based on the Hutt design language. So we used those for some of the older ones that are closer to like Fall of the Republic's time, and then the Essential Guide to Warfare ones are more the Hutt mobilization thing. Then we have like the rip-off designs like the Ubrikian frigate and the upcoming Agreku Halta or Ubrikian cruiser, which is like Dreadnought and Lancer but with Hutt design aesthetic. Then you have like some of the older official Hutt designs, like older as in universe older. So you have like the Voracious, then there's the Azure and Azure in like Revan's Revenge period. So it's a faction that has a lot of its own stuff to work off of, as like not quite as much as the Empire or Rebellion, but comparable to anyone else really, including honestly the Republic and CIS in some ways. And so it's not a faction that has a ton of holes. It's like when you announce the Hutts as a faction, people are expecting like, oh, so that's going to be your, like, that's going to be a Clone Wars holdover faction. They're going to have a bunch of pirate units, and they're going to have like Venators and everything. And we did give them a Venator refit based on Empire War stat block, but they have so much of their own official stuff that you really don't need to stretch that far to find a good solid roster for them throughout multiple eras. So that's what we've done. And this is eventually going to be the Ubrikian cruiser, because this is a Grelku Halta. But we've also got a generalized class out of that on top of just the one dude's flagship. Yeah, so not in Fall of the Republic, they're not getting the Venator, but in Thrawn's Revenge, we have a pirate base. So we'll take a look at the unit options we have off that, but one of those unit options is a Venator refit that we're going to be able to use a bit of. They're still going for that Cossack. Suppose I should send some stuff up north here to catch some of the transports? Everyone's still intact. It wasn't a big New Republic fleet that we had to worry about here, so let's get on up. Maybe send some of the Z95s to deal with those. And like I believe the Vontor was one of the designs from the High Republic background image, or not necessarily background image, but the frame that had like 4 or 5 of those. Sajin as well. And those are some of the ones that we can name. So I forget the specific origins of some of them, so I might be getting some of the specifics wrong on it. But
Warm up.
so don't go quoting me on all those specifics. But that's generally where they came from. Okay, Doom Lizards, can you please kill those bombers before they continue existing? I think they've sent the transports into the nebula.
Copy. Heading out.
TIE squadron here.
Copy. Commence attack.
All right, get those bombs out of here. Killed all of you. Dead. There you go. Bye. So I'm kind of wondering if Bothawai is going to have a bigger fleet, because the stuff that they'd been trying to attack us with would have been from Bothawai and Cawless, unless they had Ryloth for longer. I just have to be a bit careful going into the next battle, because we definitely want to take Cawless. We definitely want to take Bothawai.
Awaiting orders.
I don't think we actually lost more than 7 pop there. We were at 240 at some point. We did lose something. But it's also possible that was just one of the escorts. No, we lost Featherfin, Grease Bucket, and I used to be an Eoth ship, you know, as well as Tiny the Hutt. But again, not huge losses for taking the planet. We don't want to sit over the planet for too long, so we are going to move in. And I do need to remember to sell some of the backline HV guns when I get a chance to.
Moving out.
All right, so let's get you guys going up
On
here.
the way.
And let's see. What do we still have some patrons on?
Unit cancelled. Unit cancelled. Unit cancelled. Unit cancelled. Unit cancelled. Vehicle in production.
Yeah, some of them.
Unit cancelled. Unit in production.
I don't think I built all of them.
Cancelled.
And one of them just died. Huh. Unless they were at their limit already. We know there's none of those.
Vehicle in
Okay,
production.
so I think for a lot of the smaller ones, we did actually hit the limits. So I'll just build the Sajin, and I'll go to Nalhutta and build another. Yeah, we need to invade here. And before we do that, I'm just going to take a look at Onager and show you. So we got the refurbished Venator, we've got the Dreadnought, we've got the Interceptor, and we got the Action 6 Tender. All right. So let's get into Cawless. Hello, Varmint. This is a preview playthrough of the upcoming 3.4 build, which is introducing the Hutts as a playable faction. So yes, you will be able to. I don't think we'll need a field base for this. But let's bring in some of the gunships, which are AI blasters. We'll try to get to. Let's actually try to get to the farther one that way, and we'll go down to the bottom too.
Lancet standing by. Aerial artillery reporting.
Put those. Fix infrastructure. The red on the pirate base units isn't from infrastructure. The pirate base units are always inflated in cost and build time.
Ready for orders.
We have plenty of infrastructure.
Engines activated. Receiving orders. As you wish.
Enemy is approaching.
Attacking.
Okay, we should be able to hold control over this landing zone against these incoming little guys.
Engaging.
Need to get them over there a bit faster. Are you dropping speeders? Yeah.
Lancet targeting.
Oh, that's getting a little bit too hot.
Squadron moving out. Lancet proceeding. Heading for attack position.
Okay, we got to the first one.
At the ready.
The only way to get rid of the red on those is, I guess, by sending in the heroes is one way, but selling the pirate base.
Attack that target. Attacking target.
I don't want you guys to have this. I want me to have this. I don't know how much more clear I need to make that.
Ready to receive orders. Comlink active.
Okay, you can back off. I don't think we need all 4 of you now that we have some of our infantry over here.
Awaiting orders. Targeting. Moving out.
Fly away!
Heading out. Destination ahead. Let's move out.
There we go. Okay, you're gonna come back for this. None of these are the world's biggest landing zone counts.
Targeting rebel. Let's go. Blast them out. I copy.
Just in time. Just in case. So I'm gonna drop you towards the back
Keep going.
and keep these back. That's a lot of infantry there, but I feel like we don't want them too far up. Now get in there and get a little bit of extra infantry on that.
On it, sir.
Ready.
Now deploy, and even though you are AA,
Ready to move. Engaging rebel force. Copy.
nope, get over to this.
I copy.
Okay, we should be able to hold on to this now.
Yes, sir. Ready. Firing.
Now deploy, and I think if we just hold on these now, that's a lot of infantry coming into there.
My way, sir.
I don't want to use a bombing run on that, but let's get some of these infantry in. Get ready over there.
Engaging.
Don't shoot that. It's not doing anything for anyone. I'm gonna send our super hulls down that way. We know they have turbo lasers somewhere. Stop it. Get over there.
Awaiting orders. Heading out. Right
There's the
away.
turbo lasers.
Moving out. Your orders?
We can bomb that. And get you repaired. Are me and Act gonna do any more joint command sometime? I have no idea. I don't know what anyone's X2 plans are, or whether X is gonna do more Empire at War. I know he had a bunch of episodes recorded of that playthrough he's doing on X2 that Charlie just hasn't edited yet, but there are no standing plans for more joint command, at least.
Copy. Engines
Alright, let's get into the base with those.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Heading out, sir.
You all over
Blow
there.
out, troops. Let's move out.
Did we ever add Dark Troopers? There'll be an Imperial Reign, but the Dark Trooper project was done by this point. It was dead.
This is so.
They don't exist to add.
I copy.
Kyle Katarn went and blew them all up.
Let's go. Copy.
Alright, so let's get you guys healed, and then I'm going to send them in.
Ready.
Thank you, Mr. Brutal.
Yes, Commander. Over there. Ready for
Is
attack.
this even worth us destroying on this pass? No.
Pirate skip mobile.
We need the WLOs to be in here for that anti-infantry. Not even them for anti-infantry, just because they're better than these guys for anti-infantry. Where are you at, actually? You're going to come be
Ready. Open
handling that.
fire. Right away, sir. Underway. Attack that target.
Okay, now you can get out. Ooh, we got people coming in.
Reporting. Receiving orders. Blast them out.
Well, I think we need to hold on that side.
Weapons loaded. Roger that. Skip ready. Waiting orders. Copy. Give me a target.
Not the best anti-infantry setup for this group right now. And, well, you guys are going to be able to get that anyways. Okay, you are officially handling all the anti-infantry for these guys. We should be able to at least take down that shield. Where are we looking for? Okay, that's an AV turret. I'm gonna let them all recover, and then you're all going after that. Oh, you wasted in the rock.
Attacking! Yes, Commander. Open fire! We'll cover you. Attack position! Covering fire! Target in range. Moving to target.
There we go, and... Did you get all those infantry? You did. Good job.
Ready. Active. Keep going. This way.
Now, get over to this one. You're gonna get any infantry that come out, you're just gonna shoot the structure. And beyond that, what are you shooting? You got the turret? I don't have any vision.
Reporting.
Go around this way.
Rolling out.
Is there a possibility of X1's Imperial Remnant being added in the future? He didn't really have a big faction. Like, the forces he has on Mustafar basically are his force. Like, there's not a bigger faction to add there. He was a very minor warlord that got taken care of pretty quickly.
Ready, as you wish.
Moving to position.
You're like slightly extra stuff on Dathomir to maybe put in, but part of that just doesn't really work considering what we already have to do with Zinj.
Lancet standing by.
He was a minor player, died very fast, and like there's not much else to do with him.
Order acknowledged. Ready.
We already really like we go out of our way to over-represent him
Artillery reporting.
how he already is. There's not
Squadron moving out.
really much he's adding.
Lancet proceeding. Command.
Construction complete.
Okay, well they're leaving. Alright, lost a couple units there, but they did have a full stack of infantry there. That is where those all came from. But I think that's going to do it for our first episode here today. We're going to keep going on Twitch, but for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series so far, and hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.